I'm embarrassed for you. Madam Speaker, my question's to the Premier. Premier, why do you want to lock up our children who are striking for a safe climate in their thousands in September this year? The 6,000 or more Tasmanians who gathered in the foothills of Kununyi in May 2018 to defend the mountain? Workers challenging employers over wage theft? The fly fishermen and bushwalkers challenging your privatisation of Halls Island in the walls of Jerusalem National Park? Premier, is your brand of authoritarianism more inspired by Chairman Xi, Vladimir Putin or North Korean President Kim Jong-un?
Leader of the House.
Well, Madam Speaker, you might allow the Premier to answer it if he wishes to, but it's clearly prompting an order of the day, noting that the Leader of the Greens was previously having a silk about not getting a housing question up.
Yes, on the point of order.
The reality is that, as the Leader of Government Business well knows, that is a matter of significant public importance, then a question can still be asked and has been asked historically in this House.
Right.
On the point of order, just because you make up foolish points
Could
of
we
order.
please just have a little calm and take some professional advice?
I think that reflects on you.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that reflects on you.
Excuse me. The Premier may answer what he feels. Thank you.
More than happy to do so, noting the joint attack from Labor and the Greens, Madam Speaker, and the strong defence of her colleagues, the Greens, by the member for Baz, Ms Oburn. But of course, I'm prepared to speak to the bill that we're bringing forward to dispel the claims, the untrue claims of the Leader of the Opposition as to this bill's intent and indeed its application, which is not as she describes, but to allow Tasmanians to be able to get to work, to run a business, to be able to participate in what is the country's strongest performing economy, and 1,600 more businesses now operating in this state than when we came into government, in the most confident business conditions in the country, most supportive of government policies of any business community in the country, which is a far cry from where they were at under Labor and the Greens, when they were in recession and depression.
Relevance. Madam Speaker, this has nothing to do with the Tasmanian economy. I've asked the Premier why he wants to lock up our children, or people who are protesting to protect the mountain, or workers protesting against wage theft.
It's not a point of order.
And it's entirely untrue, Madam Speaker, what the Greens say, and it is not the case that the legislation will do more than allow people to go to work, run a business. We stand for the workers. We're the party in this place that stands for the workers. Labor, despite what the Leader of the Opposition promised her party faithful at their state conference this year, that no longer would they stand with the Greens. Well, on the very day,
Point of order, Madam Speaker, I can't hear the Premier try to worm his way out of this legislation.
And I would like to point out this is most unruly, particularly as we have some wonderful students from the TASTAFE migrant class, and they're here from 10:30 to 11 a.m, and we welcome you to our robust Parliament.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And it has got very loud in here as Labor Party members try to drown out me pointing out that it was the Labor leader who got up at the state Labor conference and said, "That's it. No longer will we stand with the Greens. We think they block things happening in this state. We think they get in the way of progress." Well, they're going to stand beside them today, and of all things, on a bill which is all about protecting workers. It shows how far they have lurched to the left. You can't can't trust the Leader of the Opposition, Beck White, because she tells the party faithful, oh, we're not going to stand with the Greens anymore. Well, I would invite Labor members across the state to tune in at some hour this evening and watch the Labor Party standing alongside the Greens on a bill which is all about protecting people with the right to go to work, to be employed, for businesses to prosper. Madam Speaker, it is a bill that is supported by, amongst others, the TFGA, the TCCI, FIAT, the Minerals and Energy Council, the Seafood Industry Council and the Small Business Council. That's who we will be standing alongside and standing up for today with respect to this legislation. There are provisions, Madam Speaker, in this bill that will protect those who just simply want to earn a living or employ others in their business. This is in no way going to prevent the lawful and peaceful protest of people with views on matters of concern to them. We welcome that. We've been quite prepared to engage with those who have a view contrary to government, to allow them to express their views publicly in whatever way it suits them, and to do so upholding the value of free speech, which is an absolutely essential part of our civil society. Well, we will allow that to continue to occur. But, Madam Speaker, where we see protesters, political protesters wanting to get in and disrupt businesses, including the farms that the Leader of the Opposition is now suddenly taking an interest in, well, it's farms across the country that have been subject to...
Premier! I'm speaking.
Sorry, I didn't notice you.
No, you were. Sorry, did you just call me sorry, love?
I beg your pardon?
That's all right. It sounded like sorry, love.
It's sorry I didn't notice you, Madam Speaker.
Didn't notice me. Okay, I gather that's what's actually happening in the whole House, so I might have to get a fluoro robe. We're not allowed to discuss the debating topics of the motion that's going to be coming before today, so I do have to respectfully ask you to wind up, and you have gone over 5 minutes.
No, thank you, Madam Speaker. I was going to point to the... I've been encouraged to speak to the provisions...
5 minutes.
Of the bill. Well, I was just going to conclude. I was encouraged to speak to the provisions of the bill. There will be considerable debate on this matter. We will be standing up for workers. Labor will again be standing with the Greens.
Thank you.